Hello and welcome to the ScotDanGames review for Roland on the Ropes. Amstrad's most memorable metamorphosizing mascot Roland is back once again in the far depths of an Egyptian tomb, searching for hidden treasure and being chased around by all sorts of fiends. All this whilst climbing his way out to escape with what loot he has in probably his most playable outing of the series. As Roland, you're initially stranded within the lowest recesses of the maze, armed only with your club feet, crazy smile and a gun, which I hasten to add is completely redundant in the first level because you've got nothing you can shoot at, and anyone who says the gunfire scares the ghosts away will die quicker than most. Talking of ghouls, you'll find all sorts of creatures baying for your blood, and any contact with them will zap your energy, as shown by the strengthometer, yeah, I just made that word up, at the bottom of the screen. Thankfully you can top up your strength by finding a little life elixir along the way. There's a number of ropes at your disposal so that you can make your getaway and climb up to freedom. Sometimes these lead into areas where you can find treasure, usually guarded by a combination of fast and furious spiky creatures along with acid dropping from the ceiling, and sometimes they just lead to dead ends, whereby you need to backtrack without getting lost. But the sight of climbing a rope that leads to the exit brings about the kind of unbridled excitement that should probably be reserved for a lottery win. Now onto the aesthetics. So what can be said about the look of the game, except to dispute whether it's made by Tom Hanks during the making of Big? After all, it is a little bit on the chunky and colourful side. Whilst Roland is supposed to be collecting artefacts, the screen spends most of its time rendering malfunctioning visual artifacts continuously as you scroll along in any given direction. This is generally noticeable at the top and the bottom of the screen and manifests itself at the top as a fleeting, flickering copy of the newly named strengthometer. The sprites are also poorly constructed. You can see the black box background that the sprite is set against as it moves across another element on the screen. The sound that comes from the computer as Roland walks along is a direct lift from Space Invaders, although I do not know this to be a fact. It's just a strange choice of sound because, by comparison, the shots that ring from his gun are a good representation. I should know because I've seen a lot of Starsky and Hutch. But even with these quite annoying little glitches, which must surely have been easy to iron out, the game still exudes a wonderful element of charm and playability and provides a relaxing level of fun. Even when you're up against the fact that all enemies seem to be a little bit faster than yourself, so much so that running away to a safe haven becomes a second favourite to just taking the hit and moving along, you don't feel frustrated by it all. The hit ratio to lifespan is reasonably balanced, so you always have excellent opportunities to find an elixir of life or a round of bullets to protect you on your travels. Roland sported many different appearances on his unusual adventures, and famously as a flea in Roland in the Caves, and each run has had its highs and its lows. But I like the rustic and unpretentious nature of Roland on the Ropes. It was certainly one of the highlights of the Amstrad 12 pack that came with my CPC464, and I've enjoyed the replay.